Testing. Okay everyone, so what I will be doing today, just continuing on with this e-bike battery build. So I have a capsule sitting here looking pretty. What I'm going to be doing here today is doubling up on the insulator that surrounds the cell. So I have purchased quite a number of these insulators, so it's much like shrink wrap but a wee bit thinner. So I have 200 cells to do. There's 230 cells there in the boxes, but I only require 200. So I'm going to get started here now. I'm going to remove these. So here's the configuration of the pack in colour. And here is the main plans for the pack. So 2 banks linked together. 2 banks that follow this capsule. So the cells will be contained in this capsule, and I will form the pack using this capsule, using epoxy glue, high temperature glue. So the cells that I'm using for this pack is the Samsung 50S cells. So I have a wee jig made here. So this jig sets this insulator to the cell. Like so. Oh. We're doubling up on the insulation. So we have an extra barrier there. So this wee jig will be used to set the shrink wrap. So if you look at this closely, you will see if I push this, that's it set, ready for the heat to be applied to it. Obviously I don't want to apply a lot of heat to the cells, don't want to risk damaging them, but I'm going to make a start here now. So I'm going to do 100 cells yellow and 100 cells black. What do I just look at the cell a minute? I think, yeah, that's one of the damaged ones. So, when I say damage, it's got to be dented. So the plan is, as I say, to do 100 cells yellow and 100 cells black. The reason I decided to do it 2 colours here is because it will benefit when I go to build the pack. So if you can imagine, this cluster of cells will be black. Then this cluster of cells will be yellow, and then black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow, black, yellow. And the same goes for bank number 2. Which is this one? So this is bank 1. Sorry, this is bank 2, and this is bank 1. They're identical banks, but they're linked in series connection at this point, the top of the frame. Okay. So I'm going to set these plans aside here. So next week will come the e-bike stand, the hub motor test station, that will follow next week. But for now I'm going to continue on here. So I'm going to set up these 2 cameras and get rocking. So projects and more projects. So I just need to move this live stream over a wee bit to about there. So get started in 2 minutes here. So what I'm doing here today is I'm working on the e-bike. The air respirator is now more or less complete. Well, I'm going to give it a final polish. The battery pack's built this morning. So I'll set up these cameras as best as I can here. So the capsule is to the right of us here. Oh, there's the capsule. Just looking at it here. Shouldn't have lifted it like that. Need to be tacking that there. That's being tight to the perimeter of this plate. I'll do that, Nordy. But that is the capsule. What I might do here is I might do this different today. I might have the live stream to the other side. You know what? I'll start off here. We'll take it from there. So I'm going to start the other camera and get going here. I'm just making sure that the view's good here. I'll move this down a wee touch. That's alright there. So we're doubling up on the insulation on the cells. Just because the way I'm building it, I'm not using spacers, I'm using epoxy glue here. Okay, so I have a little jig ready here. Just check again, double check this. Okay, I think that's alright there now. Oh, I forgot to get water. Give me a minute there. Okay, so I got the water there. Okay, so let's start. So the next task after this one will be gluing the pack together using epoxy glue. So hopefully you can see everything here nice and clear. Better. Okay. So I'm going to start off with the black. So sliding the shrink wrap onto the cells. So these cells were never out of the box, so there's no dust or grit or anything on it. So pushing the cell out this side, the negative pole, and we're going to use this guide, right? And we're just gently going to push the cell in to set its depth. So this is a depth finder, this screw in this piece of timber. So let's see how well these work. So wait, this heats up. So this is vital for me building the pack the way I'm building it. For the series connections mainly. Not so much the parallel, but the series. So if you can imagine, the pack won't move, but when these two cells are brought together, and say this is a different cluster and this is a cluster, these will be touching. There will be an epoxy glue between them, a wee bead. But what I'm doing here is I'm basically having another safety measure between the cells, between the clusters. Okay? Then the cells will be placed into this customized capsule. not into the bike, so this will contain them nice and uniform, nice and straight. So here we go. Using the depth finder, holding the screw, whatever, and just pushing the sail so this meets. Might need to do that one again because I was too quick to rushing in there. No, it's alright. Just there. The better if we got a better way to hold them, wouldn't it? So it's better to do the crease first. Do you know something? I might go with less heat. I might rip that off again and do a new one. I don't like the ripples. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it in one of these spare shells again with the temperature down lower. So I'm barely heating it no more. So I'm going to about I'm only 250 degrees to see what happens. So I have a lot of spare of these. So what I'll do is I'll set that one aside. But it's doing its job, but it's I don't want any of them ripples in it. Hopefully I can eliminate those wrinkles, but with lower temperature. We'll see the crack here. So I'm going to go down to 300 degrees. $299, right? We'll try this again. If I can get it open. So we'll put the sail on again. It's just a spare sail. Bear with me a wee minute. That's a spare sail. That's a good sail. A couple of these sails will be marks in them. That's a spare sail. So let's try this one again. So using the little depth finder, pushing the sail, the shrink wrap meets the wood. So we're at 300 degrees this time. Let's try this again. Try and have the heat going nice and even over the shrink wrap. Probably very bad quality. Do you know something? It'll be alright. So turn it over and do the other side. Put it on the bench there. Doing the edges. We'll see the way it forms right itself, shrinks. So I'm happy with that one with the heat down a wee bit lower. It's just a bit more time consuming, isn't it? That's perfect. So I need to do 100 like this. So you just need to be careful not applying too much heat at the one time to one area. So we now have a black sail. Genuine. Samsung. Okay, so I'm happy with that. So, because of the way these are assembled, the way they're packaged, see, because of this tight fold here, there's always going to be a wee bit of like a wee bit of a line there. Like, you can't get it out. I'll try, but I don't think I'll be able to get it out. don't want to put too much heat into the cell. So that there cell now has like a double barrier or double insulator on it. So if you can imagine now, when I bring two cells together, they're more insulated. So the series clusters, which is very important. So that's it, everyone. I'm going to take this one off again. This one I'm very happy with, so I'll just continue on here now. I'll do a yellow one, I'll do a black one, yellow one, black one, for the demonstration here. So let me get a knife there, even. That's a good cell. They're all good cells, but some of them have we marked them. There's 230 and I only require 200. Okay everyone, so I'm working with another camera here. Just bear with me, I'm going to strip this cell here. Without touching the genuine wrap, the wrap that was on the cell. If possible. Goes right and hard, that stuff. Right and hard, so it does. Can't bend my thumb. So the trick is to use heat that's not too excessive. That stuff there is tougher than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be thin. So that there is going to be a good job for what I need to do here. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue on here. Start the other camera up. So I'm going to do another black one here. So let's start. I shouldn't have let that thing stop because it gets too cool. So sail on the little pocket. I can try there's no dirt or dust on it because you won't see it through the wrap. But these sails are brand new. So using the guide here, pushing the sail stops. So that's telling me now that is ready for the heat. 300 degrees. Gently work it on the crease first. And the other side. Now the edges. So I have to do 200 of these. I'll be here the next year. So there's perfect there now. So if you look at this cell, I will be heating it a wee bit more. It's not finished yet, but if you look at this cell, see the way the black is overlapped more at the positive side of the cell, the positive. And if you look at this side, it's overhanging but not as much. So it's important that the positive rail has a wee bit more. That's just the way I like it. So that's why I've created this depth finder. Sorry, the positive pole. So we'll heat the rest of this here. Rather than having, you don't need a lot this side because the side of the cell is the ground really. So we're just gently heating this at 300 degrees. See now that it's completely wrapped, it can't go nowhere. I could increase the heat, but it's just time consuming, so I might do that at the end. But for now, that cell is looking perfect. So I'm going to do a yellow one now, right? And the reason I'm doing a yellow one is just for handiness when I go to build my pack. So I can see what cell I'm placing where. So I stick to this configuration. Yeah, so Here we have a black cluster, a yellow cluster, a black cluster, a yellow cluster, and I'll just follow the highlighted area in this diagram. The image. So now working on the yellow. So they're actually a wee bit flimsier, obviously. I can't get that open. Just stay open. They're a wee bit flimsier like that. But once they're heated, they obviously shrink and get more thicker. A wee bit thicker. In theory. So here we go. Pushing it again that makes the timber we guide here. Perfect. Working on the fold, the crease first. So what I'm using here is not really a heat gun, it's the, well it is, it's the soldering station that was in the previous video for repairing the air respirator. Just go over the top of it nice and gently, evenly. Try not to burn the fingers. So that's the yellow one and that's the black one for the side by side clusters. So now I'm not just dependent on the insulation that was put on by Samsung. I have doubled up on the insulation, the barrier between the cells. So we'll set those here. And we'll move on now to another black one. Probably here the next year. It's worth it, but isn't it? So we're using a little guide. There we go, perfect. Just go over the top of it nice and even there. So what I'm going to do from now on is I'm going to wipe the cells as I go, just keep any dust off them. So you don't see the dust. That'd be better with a metal plate here on the bench. So I'll continue on here with the other cells. 197 of them. Sorry everyone, just stopping the main camera here, so I'm going to continue on with the live stream. Right, I need a plate for the bench, a metal plate, so I don't burn this sheet. This is perfect because they won't be able to roll off, so I'll just clean it here. I've got a rag or something. So rather than burning my fingers here, I'm going to set these 3 cells on the bench. A lovely bit of stainless. Alright. I'm going to increase the heat. hairdryer would be good for this too, you know. So that's them three done. So no welding this week. Love yellow and black together, even though you're never going to see it. Right, we'll move on now, we'll do another one. Try not to get shook away from the sail when I got a wee red. And one of my microwaves. You know what I can do with the noise of that thing? So I'll pick this off. Take that off and not need the video anymore. So if you haven't seen the capsule, do get a look on my YouTube channel and you'll see this piece that mimics my bike frame to a T. So it's really accurate. So I don't need to build the pack in the bike to get the custom shape. So we're going to clean it, just give it a seal, make sure no dust on it. And we're going to get this yellow wrap. Try and keep it open. Place the sail in. Use this guide, the adjuster that I have set. Push the sail up like that. And apply a bit of heat. So work it on the crease first. It's important. Hard to get them perfect. Do my best. That looks good, but so we're doubling up here on the insulation. Well, insulator. So I'm going to set it on stainless now and just give it a wee heat all over. So these will be stuck together using epoxy. And rather than depending on the barrier, the insulator manufactured and placed on by Samsung, what I'm doing is I'm just doubling up on it here. So I can have the cells right beside each other. So the cells that I'm using here are Samsung 50S. So that one's complete. We have 4 done, we have 196 to do. And as I say, I'll be here the next year. So here we have the Samsung 50S. I'll go for a black wrap this time. So there shouldn't be any dust or dirt inside them. So if you look at Samsung's wrap, you don't really see any crease on it. Well, you do, you can do it. So you can see a slight more, like a darker colour there, a darker yellow, if it's thicker with the fold. It's alright, but it's doing its job. So again, we're going to use this guide. Just push the sail until the shrink wrap meets the timber. So work it in the middle and work my way out. Then turn it around, work in the middle, work my way out. Other side, work in the middle, work my way out. In the middle again, work my way out. And then the edges is next. And then we're going to do the whole sail just to give it a wee So make sure it's nice and tight and snug. So the reason I'm using this guide is because it's important where this insulator starts on the sail. So I have more of the insulator to the positive pole this side. So there's less coming overhanging here and more this side. So I will place a little Bardi disc here too also. So the whole sail now on the stainless. That's it. So we're on the 195th one now. So you want to see the capsule? Give me 2 seconds. So here, well, I'll see if you can see this first. So here we have the capsule. This is my idea. So here we put the cells into the capsule. So the first cluster will be black, and the second cluster will be yellow, and so on, to match the template. It just sort of helps us with the building when I go to explain this video, for the building of this pack. So there's 2 banks. The first 6 cells at the bottom will be glued on a flat surface, because from this point to this point is completely flat. So if you can imagine, I will then be putting an epoxy glue on those 6 cells on the bench, a slight amount, not too much, because we don't want to close the gaps between the cells, because I do plan to force air through the pack to cool it down. It's just an experiment. So see the way you can see a gap here now of approximately 10 mil square. So that's the idea. And the reason I'm doubling up on the insulation here, the barrier, is to, so they don't short out the series connections. We don't want that. So cells in parallel, not important, but I'm just doing a whole lot, okay? So let's let me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5, 6. There's another one there. Right. I'll continue on here. So the black and yellow, it's just, I selected those colours because there's 2 colours I think go well together. You're never going to see them in the pack. So on to cell number, what is it, 195. We'll go yellow one again. Well, first things first, just give the cell 1 wee quick rub to make sure there's no dirt on it. So a lot of work, isn't there? So this pack is for me, obviously, for a project, e-bike. High capacity pack. So 72 volts, 50 amp hour. So we're using this little adjuster, this little jig that I made to push the cell till the wrap meets the timber. And away I go again. So working in the middle at 300 degrees with the heat up again. I need this again. So work in the middle and work my way out. Turn over the body, do the same thing again. Work in the middle, on the crease first. So it'll be kind of stupid to work off the crease because it's better doing it this way. Work on the crease, work the way out in the middle, from the middle out. Much better finish. So next week I will be continuing on with the e-bike hub testing station. I will be powder coating it. Tomorrow I will be upgrading the signal within the garage. At the minute I'm currently at the other end of the garage, so the signal's much better here. As you can probably tell. So now there's 6 cells done. And if you look here closely, you can see how this little jig is keeping the insulation or the insulator more to the positive pole. So there's a bigger overhang here and there's less here. It's not as important here. It's more important here, okay? It's not important here really at all, just the sides. It's important obviously to hold it, but you get what I'm saying. Hold on a few seconds, just here glowing in the wind. So I'm going to go for another one here. I'm going to give it a quick wipe, make sure there's no dust on it, or you'll see it through the wrap. So again, I'm going to use this little jig thing I have made, pushing the cell from the negative side and working on the middle to the outside, turn it over, middle to the outside, then again, middle to the outside. And then the edges. Perfect. This will be a good job to do in the winter time. Keep the hand up. So that's one. That's 7 cells done. Doesn't take that long to do. Right, we're going to go for a yellow now. Always forget to wipe the cell first. With a microfiber rag or cloth. Some of them don't want to stay open. Again, we're going to use this little tool. Push the stops. Middle to the outside. Middle to the outside. Again. And again. So, you can tell now I'm used to it, but see the very first one. Too much heat was put into the first cell at the start of the live stream, but everything is going really well there now. So I'll heat the rest on the stainless plate. Give my fingers a wee break here. So the glue that I will be using for this e-bike battery build will be a high temperature epoxy glue. I won't be using a hot glue gun because the cells will heat up, and hot glue is only going to really stick about 50 degrees, 40 degrees, 60 degrees. The glue that I got, the epoxy, sticks 125 degrees. 125 plus. So now we're going to go for another one. We're going to go black this time. Clean the cell, of course. Remove any dust. And place the cell within the wrap. So we'll push it with the wee device. Piece of wood and a screw. Will I just check it? No, it's alright. Work it on the crease first. Then the edges. The whole cell now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 done. Going to go for another yellow. The yellow ones are always closing up again, isn't it? Look. So using the wee adjuster, So this wouldn't be required for the standard pack using the spacers. The only reason I'm doing this is because the cells will be slightly touching each other. Well, they will be touching each other. There'll be epoxy. A wee film, we smear of epoxy on them. So as to keep the cells within very close to each other. So there's 10 done. What do you see the length of time it took me? It took me 30 minutes. You always get the experts, don't you? Right, continuing on. You explain everything and the people will still ask thousands of questions. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 11. So another yellow, we get it open. In the middle to the outside. That was the fastest one yet. Just see if we can do this one any faster. Oh, give it a wee clean. So we have a double insulator on that cell now. These 12 cells. Another 100 and whacked it out. 88. So say I work from the outside in and I done this side, you would be able to see the wrinkle left. So it's important here the way I'm doing this, working from the middle out, flipping the cell. The other ones look cool. This way for the fastest one. There's actually 300 wraps, 300 yellow here and 300 black. Obviously I only need 100 of each. Some of them work with me and some of them work against me. Okay, so I'm doing well here. I'm gonna take this charger off. So in the last live stream, the phone was kind of discharging. So I've charged it up there again now. I'm going to continue on. I might try and get through these 100 cells in this box tonight. And we'll see how it goes. I know this area is a very sensitive area, a very sensitive topic. E-bike batteries and e-bikes. There's lots of people around the world build their e-bikes different ways. And I know people has their own opinions, but you know, that's alright, you know. Everybody has their ways of doing things. And there's my way. Okay? A lot of people jump off when they hear that. A lot of people are like, oh, what are you doing this for? What are you doing that for? But, you know, at the end of the day, are they my cells? Or whose cells are they? I don't know why people's like that. Like, I'm just experimenting here, you know? And if people don't like that, it's not going to give charging problems. So what does that even mean? Like, how do you know what rate I'm charging my batteries at for starters? The sound craft's got nothing to do with the charge. It's going to add it's not a barrier of what do you call it? Insulation you put in your wrist space. If you look at the other videos, you'll see what I'm doing with my fan. I'm being different. People don't like difference, that's the problem. That's the problem in this world, people don't like difference. If they see something being done different, they go, Why are you doing that for? What are you doing that for? Why are you doing it that way? That's not going to work. How do you know it's not going to work? Did you try it? You know what I mean? So again, get back to this. So using this little jig setup, black feel a wee bit tighter than the yellow. So here, yellow. So working in the middle, working the way out. Working in the middle, working the way out. There's a reason I'm doubling up here on this fella and the shrink wrap. And one of those reasons is I don't want my house to go on fire with all my projects. This battery pack is completely different from anything you've seen. There will be air blowing through the middle of it. It's an experiment. And I love experiments. Right, we're flying here now, like we're going to have to start putting some of these away maybe. It's not to say I'm putting a coat on the sail. So there's the capsule. It's very, very thin. Right, I'm going to move on. Right, we're going to go back to another, I don't know what colour on this. So soon I will do a demonstration of the cells in the capsule, right? But for now I have to do more black and more yellow to do that demonstration. So using this little adjuster now, will I turn this phone around a bit here? So tight. It's so tight. Or maybe I should just keep it there. So working in the middle, working the way out. Working in the middle, working the way out. The side too, middle, way out. Way out. And the edges. And the sides. With the soldering station set at 300 degrees. 321 now. Perfect. Go on to another one. It's a very sensitive area. E-bikes, custom e-bikes. People have their ways of doing things. You go onto the forums there, you see a lot of people fighting each other and that's not right, they're doing this wrong and don't get it at all. That's the people that aren't building their own pack. Middle, way out, middle, way out. Same at the side, working on the crease first. And this side. and then the whole cell. So that's another one done. On then our yellow, it's lashing outside now. Looking like a bumblebee, this bench, the colours. So using this little guide that I made last night, well, put together inside a couple seconds. Middle way out on the crease, same as this one. Then the edges, then the sides, and then the whole cell. Okay, so now we're going to move on to another one. I didn't think I'd be going through these as fast as I am, but I thought I'd be here the next year. Oh, missed a wee bit there. So obviously you don't want to put too much heat into these cells, but I'm already flashing them up close. So we'll do another yellow one and then I'll do a wee demonstration of the capsule. So if I wasn't building this pack this way, I would probably only get 50% of the cells in the space that I'm using. So there will be holes between the cells, gaps, and the plan is it's an experiment. So I'm going to be forcing one fan at one side of the pack and another fan at the right hand side, or whatever, or vice versa. And I'm going to be sucking and blowing. Okay? And there'll be holes in the copper bus bar. So it's a plan I have in my head. My idea the first of its kind. You see, what was that? Right. So again, just flashing the surface outside of it. Okay, so I'm going to count them here along. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So one more yellow and then I'm going to do 7 of each, so we have 20 of both, yellow and black, and then I'm going to place them into the capsule. So here's the capsule, to the right. So let me just take the time. Alright. So thanks for watching, everybody. Right, we're going on to another yellow, and then we're going to do 7 of both, and then I'm going to put them into the capsule. So we get an idea of what it is I'm exactly doing here. So I have 40 done then, the next day. Some of them are wild, the wraps, it's kind of funny at the end. You have to give them a like layer. You have to give them a good heat to get rid of the crease. So I'm barely touching the heat, right? Like I'm not putting a lot of heat on them. That thing can go up to 450 degrees, I'm only sitting at 320. And I'm only flashing them. So we're going to do 1-1 now, we're going to do 14 more, right? And then I'm going to place them into the capsule. So we should half fill the capsule with the colour, the configuration matching the template over there. When I start this other camera here, I should have it running too. So what I need now, testing, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, this is 14. So yellow black now 7 times. So using the guide again, working on the middle to the outside, the middle to the outside, and the same at the side. Working on the crease, focusing on the crease, and now the edges. The best way to do them. And then just give it a wee heat, back and forward, flash the surface. That's complete. So we're going to take this to 40 here. I think I have, how many have I done? 28. Right, so black now. We're going to take it to 40 and we're going to try them in the capsule. See how they look. So a lot of work. So again, the wee guide, or jig. So I think a hot air gun may be too much for this. Well, it'll be alright, but this is more focused heat here. The smaller nozzle here. A hot air gun will be too much. So this is a hot air station. Hot air station. So another 12 now. So we're going to go yellow now, I think. So give the cell a wee wipe again. Some of them just not want to stay open. In the middle and the way out. In the middle and the way out. So just flashing the surface up close. So another black now. I think I'm at 10 left. Well, 10 for the demonstration. So the wee wipe is important here. If you're fussy. So there should be no grit or dirt or dust there, but you're always going to get something. If you're not careful. So we have 9 left to do before the demonstration, I think. So this extra bar is important for the series connection within my e-bike battery here. Because they're touching cells, we don't want the series connection to short out. So what I'm doing here is just adding extra protection for all the cost of it. And it's not going to affect the charging, it's not going to affect the heat. To the point you're going to notice it. This is now the surface of the cell. Okay, we'll keep that in mind. So any heat can be dissipated from this point. Same as the layer below. Okay, so another black. Using the guide. Now the edges. Another yellow now. This one here is not going to open at all. There we go. I have to squeeze this one. So using the guide. From the middle to the outside. Middle to the outside. The middle to the outside and the edges. Now the edge of this side. And that cell is more or less complete. So just roll it back and forward here a few times to flash the surface. A wee bit there just. Right, we'll do another black and then we'll count. Probably go through the shrink wrap. Gonna fill in. So from the middle to the outside, important to do the crease first, then the edges, and then the entire sail, so that it's evenly heated, and so it looks much better than just focus on one side of the sail, or one side of the wrap. So that is another black done. So what a domino effect here. What do we see if I can set the black together? Do I corner myself? Right, this count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna light them up better. So I don't get mixed up here. So what am I looking for again? 20? Three more. Right, I'll do 3 more black and then I'll do the yellow. So give them the sail a wee wipe here. Using the guide. Working on the edges next. So now the entire sail. So how many more do we need? 3 times 7. 3 times 6, and 3 more. Now we're going to place them onto the capsule. So the wee jig here is just a screw and a piece of timber. Something I just put together last night for this live stream today. It helps stop any measurements. Say if I was to bring out a set of burn here, so we go into extremes, wouldn't it? Slowing the whole process up. Because I do want the wrap more to this pole than the negative side. Okay. I'm just counting the yellow here. I have 1 more black to do. 3. Might do some more tomorrow, you know. But I'm definitely going to be doing 40 now and doing the demonstration here. Right, one more black first. I think I've a few yellow to do. So working in the middle to the outside, middle to the outside, same goes for the side, middle to the outside, and now the edges. So that cell's more or less complete now too. What I like doing then is giving it a wee flush. Make sure it's pulled in nice and tight. So that is 20 black cells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 3, 21 minus 1. So, what do I see here now? I'll count these too in a minute. Oh, they're going to fall everywhere. 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 3 more to do, I think. Knackered now. Yeah, 3 more to do. And then we're going to do a demonstration. 3 yellow. 3 yellow. Don't know why I keep saying yellow. So using this little jig, stopper, I'm working from the middle to the outside, on the crease first. Okay. Now you just go over the whole cell again. So I'm 1/5 of the way there. Aren't I? About 40 cells though, out of 200. Well, nearly 40 though. 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more to do. And we're ready for the demonstration. Some of them's awkward. Right. So for the final time, final 2 cells, pushing it until the cell is set at the right depth there. I'm working from the middle to the outside, from the middle to the outside, and then the edges. And then we focus on the whole cell at the end of it. So you could say that's complete there now, but I like giving them a wee flush. Okay. Just to make sure it's nice and tight. Perfect. So one cell, we're going to wrap these up because I don't want the heat getting at them because they will shrink. And they'll be useless. Yes. One cell and I'm ready for the capsule, right? Oh, the yellow is always awkward. Why is that? You think it's the same stuff. Right, so pushing it here now to meet the timber. Working from the middle to the outside, middle to the outside, and middle to the outside. Therapeutic. Now the whole cell, flushing the whole cell for the final time. So we have 40 cells there done in probably roughly an hour, don't we? If I wasn't videoing the whole process, it would be much, well, 20% faster. So, okay everyone. So I know this is a very touchy subject, e-bike batteries and all this, but this is my e-bike build, e-bike battery build, and I'm doing it my way. So here we have my capsule, right? And here we have the configuration set out. Here we have the two banks, and they are configured. So basically we will have two banks in series at this point, running through the frame here, or anywhere about within this point of the pack. The two packs are identical, and this is the capsule that I built. This capsule mimics that bike frame, but the problem with the bike frame is the bike frame's curved, and that's why we have this very accurate capsule. So it's a very touchy subject. This building e-bikes, batteries and all this. People don't like to see people doing different things, and a lot of hate as you get with a lot of things, but I noticed that the e-bikes is this area is a lot worse than anything else. And I noticed that online forums and stuff, but I couldn't care, it doesn't bother me. I'm doing my battery my way, and people don't like it, you don't have to watch. Right. So here we have now, and I'm also showing people, other people, how to do things, and trying to help people. So what we have here now is cluster 1 here at this point, cluster 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all laid out. So basically moving over to this pack, we have the cluster coming downhill again, the numbers, because the series connection's up here, right? So I'll get this is my negative. What do we see if I work this out again? So if I turn this over the body, this is the left hand side of the bike, right? So here we have the 72 volts on the left bank, and at the right bank we have the ground at the lower end here. So this is the right bank, the right hand side of the bike. We have the middle of the pack there, and also this is the middle of the pack. So if you can imagine now, if I grab this with my left hand and bring these together, this is the layout of the pack within the bike. Okay, so we have the 0 volts here, we have the 72 volts here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to just show the clusters within this capsule without damaging them. So the reason I have doubled up here on the insulation, or not the insulation, the insulator, is because it's to add extra protection. So these will be glued together using epoxy. A lot of batteries are built using spacers, I know that, but this is an experiment and I'm doing things different here. So I'm matching, this capsule matches my bike, this to a T. It's very accurate. If you want to watch the video on my channel, do so. I break down everything in detail, from the template, how this here face is perpendicular to here and all that, so that the battery pack's nice and neat at the end up. So here we go, I'm going to start putting these into the capsule, right? I'm going to start off. So see this purple cluster? I'm just going to say that's black, right, for now. So I'm going to put 10 cells in at the bottom because there's 10 in parallel. So how many do I have done here? 20. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you look here, see the way in this cluster we have 4 going up. So these colors, these wraps, this is not the reason I'm putting the wraps on, but it helps it being 2 different colors. So when I go to demonstrate the building of this pack, which will be very soon, maybe next week. Hi there, WLP. Thanks for watching. When I go to demonstrate the building of this pack, it just helps people watching, okay? Also, so if I look at the configuration here now, my next 3 cells in this cluster is going to be directly on top of those. But what I will have, when I go to build this pack, I will have these yellow So at the minute I have these the wrong way around, right? So you know what I'll do? I'll just put them in the right way for now. The polarity, right? So this needs to be negative side facing me. So if you look at my configuration here, right? See the way there's 4 negative running up? So I'll go to my capsule and I'll place. So this is the first time it's been done like this, and a lot of people are like, what are you doing? What are you doing that for? You don't know what you're doing? Oh, it's nonsense, but who cares what they think? So here we go here. This is now going to be a yellow cluster. I'm going to start the yellow cluster here just for handiness because I don't want to get these mixed up. So I'll put the yellow cell in there, and if I look at this, see the way negative polarity facing me, even on this third. This is the second, this is the third. So what I'll do now is I'll just continue on with this parallel branch, right? And I'll add in the 10 black cells, okay? So look at the configuration. It just makes everything easier. Okay, so there we have it now. A very touchy subject, as I say, but I know what I'm doing. So here we have now the holes within the center of the cells. So the pack's not going to be glued together completely with epoxy. It's only going to be touching slightly on the cells. So see these gaps? These gaps will still exist in the middle of the cell. So not all surface isn't. So if you can imagine, I don't have them like this. So see the way there's no gap here now? I have them so that it's like a honeycomb effect. So much like, is it like a hive or a beehive? So now moving on to, we'll keep on building here. So this next one now, we're working on the third branch. So if I put this in, see how the colours help there. And it would be beneficial if I had a third colour, but I don't because I never bothered ordering a third colour. So what I'll do now is I'll move straight over and I'll just start placing the black in again, but positive facing now. So positive pole facing me, right? Did you watch that screw, that guide? Like so. So it's very, very simple and it's very effective, the capsule. So if I look at this down here again, so I now can start working on this side, which is 2 positive facing me. So if you can imagine me gluing these, it would be much, it's going to be tricky to try and video it all, but you know, I'll do my best for anyone that wants to watch. So 3 here downhill now, 2, and then we're running up, sorry, that way. So see what I'm doing there? That works really well. So now another black cell, that way, and another one this way. Yeah? Did I get that right or did I do that wrong? No. So we'll work up a side for the meantime. So I need more black here. Do you know what the problem is? It would have been better here, but you can tell the difference here. You can see the negative facing pole and the positive facing. So that's it, everyone. The capsule was completed a long time ago. I actually lifted it here today and broke this. What do we see if I turn it around? Oh, I'm going to knock the other camera over. So see here at the back of the capsule, see that tack here? I broke that today because I lifted it. I was being ignorant. And I'll tack it next week. I'll tack it before I build the pack, okay? So if anybody has any questions, you know, ask away. But please don't hate. I know there's a lot of people like to hate. So we have the wraps, we have them doubled up. And the reason we have it doubled up is for what you see here, because the cells are touching. So basically, you don't want, it's not going to happen anyway because the pack's going to be contained, it's going to be glued together using epoxy, high temperature glue. But I will be, this is a plan that I have, is to force air through the pack, through the 2 banks, so bank 1 and bank 2. So this is bank 2, so we're basically looking at bank 2 now to the side. Yes? So I'll continue the yellow on up a wee bit here. So now it's a black I need. So I'm running out of cells that I have covered there today. but I've run out. So I can't do any more yellow and I can't do any more black because I've used all the black here. So there's the pack sitting configured. First, second, well, the first is complete. The second and the third branch is nearly complete. So when I go to demonstrate this, I will have the live stream running, but I won't be talking too much because I don't want to get mixed up. I will be using epoxy glue and I've only one shot. So these cells will be built right up to here. And you will have the yellow and the black. So the yellow just sort of helps you visualize where the different branches are, okay? So here's the middle of the pack. So these plates are copper buzz bars, it's not nickel strips to carry the current, okay? I have the actual configuration, the plan of the pack drawn out. It's in the house. I forgot to bring it out. So, sorry, I don't have it here. If anybody wanted to know or wanted to see the series connections. Do you know what I'll do? I'll run in the house and get it. Okay, so just let me put the camera on the stand here. So, as I say, I know, I'm just going to mention it again. I know the e-bikes, all this new technology, new batteries even, and people doing different things. There's a lot of people go, you're not doing it right, you're doing it wrong, what are you doing that for, and all this. But, that doesn't bother me, like. Right. So, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to wrap up these, little, shrink wrap things, or wraps even. I don't want the heat to get near them. I don't want the dust or dirt to get near them. Because you'll end up seeing it within the cell when you shrink it. That's how fussy I am. I'm nuts, aren't I? So I'm just going to wrap these up. I'm going to go in the house and I'm going to get the plans for the pack for anyone that wants to see them. So that's just images off the pack. I have plans in the house too that I created a long time ago. I have that many projects to do. This is only one. And it's just hard to get around to everything. But I'm doing my best. Every day I'm getting by and doing something different. So I don't really care if it takes time to do all of them. So here we have the yellow, here we have the black. I'm just going to scoot in the house here to get the plans, so bear with me, I'm going to be a minute. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to give a wee discussion on this in 2 seconds. I just have to close the house door. So every day I'm doing something different. And that's good. So I'm going to wrap these up, right? I don't need no more of them. So today I done 40. So we have 1/5 of the pack complete. Completed. So I just want to wrap them up because I don't want the heat getting near them. Any heat. Okay, so what we have here now, right, is 20 parallel branches. And so there's 10 cells in series in each of the branches. Each of the strings. So if we look at it this way, so basically what we have here, so this would be one bank, one battery bank. This is a split bank, I'm going to call it, or split battery. And what we have is two 36-volt batteries in series. So the first string starts here and works its way this way, okay, to the 10th string. The 10th string then is linked in series using a cable to the tri-rated cable, obviously to handle the current, the discharge current, which will be quite high, and it will be linked to bank 1. So bank 1's on the left hand side, right? The right hand side is bank number 2. So the 11th string then works its way downhill at this point, where it meets the 20th string, where we get 72 volts, with respect to 0 volts here. So all these colours, match up to these plans. So if you look here, this is the first string. Second string, yellow. Orange string. So these are linked together in series. So that's why you have the copper buzz bar at this point drawn round. So I really went to town on this to do this properly. So hopefully everyone enjoyed the video. So I'm complete, everyone. I'm going to wrap this live stream up. So we have 200 cells here. We have another, if there's 40 there, we have 30 here. No, that'll be wrong. I don't know how many's there. There's 130 in this box, right? And these is all spare this side. Just ones that I have. So there's Samsung 50S. I haven't used multi-cell. Why? Because these was out probably, I have these a long time. And that's the reason I have them. So this is one of the e-bikes. There's two of them. So this is for the smaller e-bike. So I will be building my own frame out of thin stainless, fabricated. For the second one, the second bike. So there we have it. There we have the honeycomb effect. So if you look at that, you can see approximately a 10 square hole between each of the cells. So once that's lifted out of the capsule, you will be able to see daylight for it. So that's it. So the next video, the next live stream, I will be gluing the cells together. No, well, yeah. I don't think there's much point in doing another live stream with the wraps here, but you just get the gist anyway. So thanks for watching, everyone. I'm going to end the live stream because I have other things to do here. And also, thanks for the haters for watching. I have to thank them too, because they do make up the errors. Goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe and like.